this stuff moving, okay? It's not because anything is more or less important, but I know you guys want to get to our riveting benefits presentation today. So let's honor some of our drivers in the house. I think I saw Ted, Cincy, Albert Shea, a bunch of guys here in the house. So now we're going to move to our major milestones, and I hope this first guy is here, Ricky Green. 24 years.
Hey, buddy. How are you, sir? Congratulations. Thank you.
One of my other partners in crime, I'd like to give a shout out to Renita Alvarez, 21 years. Another lady I spent my youth with, 20 years, Lisa Mason. Oh, you guys can do better than that. This is good. Jeff Robinson, 17 years. One of my favorite people, Melissa Steffen, 17 years. Next on our list, Carolyn Totten, 12 years. She just wanted to get out of town at once. Next we have Allison Humphreys, 11 years. She is on vacation. Someone gave her vacation. Next we have Ron Hembry, 8 years. He makes me sleep better at night. He covers our nights and weekends. So next we have Mike Potter, 7 years back. Here's the man. Next we have Pax Rolfe, 7 years. Come on down, Kendra Updike, 6 years. She is probably recruiting some truck drivers that we need. So next we have Rose Gonzalez, 5 years. She is on vacation today too. Brandy Noss, 4 years. Come on down, Brock Eubanks, 4 years. Next we have Scott Van Hooser, 2 years. Also on vacation. Corbin Sarton, 2 years. Jim Ogilvie, 1 year. Next we have Jacob Foster, 1 year. So please hold your applause. We're going to recognize the folks in the terminal. So hopefully they're watching now. First we have Eric Boyle, celebrating 11 yees in Ohio. Angelica Abundis, 6 years in Mexico. Jose Ramos, 3 years. Patricia Ramirez, 1 year. Woo! we have a ton of birthdays to celebrate, but we'll move past that. You guys will go into a drawing. I'd like to introduce our new hires, so save your applause till the end. Where's Sean Ross?
Second shift.
Second shift. Phil Johnston. Second shift. Macy Nesbitt. Yeah. Okay. Joe Chavez and Nicole Jones. So all of our new people, please make them feel welcome. We have some Conexus people that have worked really hard to earn the next promotions. I'd like to give a shout out to Jared Roy, Alex Bourgeois, Taryn English. And on the Melton Truck Line side, I'd like to recognize some promotions, starting with Michael Moua, William Shelton, Sarah Purdy, Skylar Greek, Chris Vargas, Lizzie Olstrom, Monica Lopez, Abby Lichty, Kaylin Reamer, and Erica Ty. Lots of great talent. Now we're going to move into the program. I'm going to introduce Brett Brigham to talk wellness.
Cool. I just have I have 4 things, and they're all fun stuff, not eye care or anything like that. So I've been sending stuff out about the mammogram wagon that's coming out here next month on the 15th. We always fill that up. We can fill it up with 40 women. So if you haven't made an appointment for that and you're of age, so 40 and up, it's recommended you get a mammogram done every year. Schedule that appointment because it will fill up. We fill it up every year. So they start doing those at 7 o'clock in the morning on the 15th. So, okay, and then next, Tulsa Run. If you're new and you haven't seen the emails, how many of you by a show of hands are doing the Tulsa Run or signed up for Tulsa Run? I know there's quite a few. Last year we had 17 finish the 15K, which is a pretty big deal. So let's see if we can beat that this year. If you're new, if you haven't seen the emails, we do reimburse your entry fee for the 15K and the 5K. And if you finish the 15K, you get $100. Thanks to Bob. So you get hooked up with some extra cash. So, and you can run that too. I think Mike said, he may walk it because he's kind of out of shape. But you can run that event too as well. Okay, the next, this is something that we started on a few days ago, but actually you can still sign up for this. If you have our Melton Fitness app, search Melton Fitness in your app store. You just log your activity, your exercise, sign up for the challenge, and then we're giving a hoodie away for the first 50 finishers for this challenge. And you can start a week from now and still finish this. We set these up where they're easily attainable, so all you've got to do is exercise a little bit. So get that app if you haven't gotten it. It's a great way to track your activity. All right, and lastly, flu shots. So the flu shots, we did first floor today. I think a lot of our recruiters and safety folks got their flu shots. Tomorrow we'll be up in operations, 3rd floor on the next day, and that's going to be with the shop and Madrona group. So take advantage of those. We also have walk-ins on Friday morning from 8 until 9, and then all next week, 8 to 9 in the clinic, you can walk over. So if you don't want to hassle with waiting in line, if there's any kind of a line, you can just go into one of the walk-in times. So just keep checking my emails. So that's all I have. I'll pass it off to Christina.
Brad, first of all, what about those K-State Wildcats Saturday? OSU? So this is everyone's favorite time of year. It's football and open enrollment. So just want to highlight a couple of things about open enrollment. It is from October 15th through November 15th, and we already have 3% of our office employees that have completed their open enrollment. Remember, this is a great time for you to go ahead and make any changes, review your benefits, make sure that you're covering the correct dependents as well. Every now and then we go through a dependent audit, so just remember that. Next, let's go ahead, just a couple of benefit summaries that I wanted to go over. The great news is that we're not going to do any plan design changes, so we're going to keep our deductibles, co-pays, out-of-pocket expenses are going to remain the same since 2016. We are going to have a minor premium increase. Another thing that I wanted to highlight is that, if you recall, we added long-term disability to our benefit program in 2018. It's kind of the forgotten benefit. Unfortunately, we've had about 4 drivers that could have utilized this benefit, but they didn't elect it. Again, nobody ever thinks they're going to get injured or hurt away from work at all. And, you know, just even from personal experience, my husband had a fluke accident, hurt his leg, he was off work for 6 months. And thank God, since I do his benefits, he had this benefit. But this is a great time to enroll in the long-term disability. Again, as a reminder, you have to elect the short-term disability, and you have to fill out an evidence of insurability, and it's over on the Lincoln Financial table as well, and then just hand the form into benefits and we'll take care of it for you. Another reminder is the working spouse surcharge. We added this last year, so if you're going to cover your spouse under Melton's healthcare plan, just remember to go out to UltiPro and confirm that if he or she is covered or offered other employer-sponsored health care, that you confirm that. Benefits is going to assume that if you do not confirm that they are offered other employer-sponsored health care plan, and you will be assessed the $50 surcharge in 2019. Another big reminder that a lot of people forget about is flexible spending. You have to go in and re-elect in order to have the flexible spending account. One thing that you can remember, if you elected the health care in 2019, the flexible spending, and you have $500 or less, it will roll over to 2019, but your election does not follow as well. On the dependent care, we do have a grace period. So if you do not utilize all of your dependent care by 2018, you are able to use that just for services from January until March 31st. But again, just a couple of quick questions, or a couple of quick items on that. What I wanted to go over, benefits, we get a lot of questions on. Employees will call us or spouses and say they're at their provider's office and they're like, okay, who's our insurance through? Who, you know, that's like the big question. So I just want to do a quick reminder. When you have your card, what you say is that Melton's healthcare administrator is GPA or group pension administrators, and what they'll do is submit their claims, and the addresses is on the back of the card. Our provider network is we rent out PHCS multi-plan physician-only network. If you're in the Dallas, Fort Worth, or Indiana area, then it is HealthSmart that we actually will, that we rent out that network. So again, GPA is our healthcare administrator, but the provider network is PHCS physician only. So this is a great time to talk about, you know, I mentioned that GPA is our healthcare administrator. Well, Melton, again, just as a reminder, we're self-funded. So what that means is whatever you don't pay, Melton actually pays your healthcare costs. And it's in the forefront, you know, you hear a lot about healthcare and the raising costs, and just so you know that even us, we're concerned about it. Our healthcare has increased 49% since 2014, but we have only slightly increased participant premiums throughout that time. So it's very important to us that you do what? And do your part, and kind of like what Brett mentioned as well, the flu shots, but also your preventative care. And we've just finished up the eye care screening as well, and you'll be receiving a booklet. That is a great time for you and to review that with your provider. As I mentioned, we're slightly increasing the premiums this year. For employee-only coverage, it'll be raised about an increased about $1 a week. And then if you have family health care, then it's going to be raised about $5 a week for that, again, just a slightly increase. A reminder, $75 tobacco surcharge. If you or your covered spouse utilize tobacco products, that means even if you smoke a cigar once a month, you need to elect tobacco surcharge, and if you vape. Now, if you've quit in the last 90 days of utilizing tobacco products, then by all means go out to UltiPro, confirm that you no longer smoke. And if you're interested in quitting smoking, then we have Carry TC. Dr. Flagel can help you, or Carry TC can help you as well. And the great thing about Carry TC is they now have expanded, and they have 36 clinics throughout the nation as well that you can utilize, and again, they can help you. Now, if you're unable to actually go to a CareATC clinic as well, then we've rolled out MD Live, if you recall, and that is our virtual care anywhere. So if it's midnight and your little one has an earache, by all means, call them up. It's available to any employee or covered dependents or spouses, and you can actually speak to a doctor, and they can prescribe a prescription at the pharmacy nearest you. It's a great benefit. Again, we've rolled it out, and you'll actually be receiving they're going to do a fall campaign, MD Live is, that if you register by, I think it is by the end of the year, then your name goes in a drawing as well. So be on the lookout for that. So really, that's everything I have. Just a reminder, I know open enrollment's really easy, that we just started, and it's easy to forget, but you know, again, it ends on November 15th, so just remember that. We also have our great vendors here, so if you have any questions, by all means, utilize and abuse them right now. Oh, who's here? We have CareATC here. We have RX Benefits, which is our pharmacy benefit manager. We also have GPA and ELAP as well. And then we do have a table of information of Lincoln Financial that does our short-term disability, long-term disability, and our life products. And we have Cigna Dental here. And then we have Bank First, thank you. And then we also have Intrust Bank here, that is our trustee and record keeper of our 401k plan. So again, we have great resources. Please, if you have any questions, just ask them. Or you can ask the benefits team member as well. That's all I have.
All right, please, just to follow up a little bit with what Christina said about our healthcare plan. You know, we study these costs every month, and our gross spend will be about $7.5 million this year, I think. So then, less the contributions our employees make, our spend is still between 5 and 6. As to the spouse surcharge, I mean, we debate all this stuff pretty heatedly internally as to what's appropriate and what we should do and how to encourage behavior, but spouses cost us a ton of money, interestingly. And so our position is, if a spouse has coverage elsewhere, please, we expect them to elect the coverage of their employer. We understand if they're not working, of course, but that's the reason for that encouragement. How's business operations? Sales, how's the business? Yeah, it's not what it was 3 months ago, but it's still very strong.
You staying busy?
There we go. We got a witness right here saying he's staying busy, but I think Laredo's a little hiccuping right now, which has happened for the last 25 years. So anyway, we're going to have a solid year. We just distributed bonus checks, so that's usually some happy faces. Yeah. And so anyway, and Cindy and I are back from an incredible trip. Wish I could tell you all about it, but it was really phenomenal. She's not feeling well. She's just been a little puny since we got back. But again, I think we've rolled out our plans for next year. We shared that in our bonus memo, and we're really in pretty good shape. Thanks to all our vendors for being here today. We appreciate their support. Anyone that doesn't have money in a 401k plan, you're making a large mistake. You need to, where else can you get free money from us matching? So anyway, you need to be in that. Yeah, next we have a retirement celebration, and Dustin Dennis is going to open that up for us.
Okay, so he's not the biggest talker. He probably hasn't been bragging about it like I know I would about retiring, but Paul Owens is going to be hanging it up with us on this Friday. Will be his final day. Paul Owens has run Fleet 27 ever since I've been here. Does a great job. We've gathered a lot of great words from his office employees and even some better words from his drivers. It's just amazing some of the things that his drivers have been saying about him. So a big loss, big shoes to fill for us, but we're going to make it happen. But Paul, I wanted to say thank you very much for all your hard work all this time. Paul's an avid OU fan, and loves movies and has grandkids, so I'm sure he's going to have a full plate with everything he does. But Paul, thank you for everything you do. Make sure you tell Paul goodbye through the week as you see him, and 3 days left with us. So we'll do a little celebration for him later today up in office. And other than that, thank you for everything you do.
You want to say anything?
I always will say something. I was just telling Bob that when I came over from Vero Trucking, and as many of you know, Vero Trucking went down, and it was really it was a sad day for all of us that were working there. About that same time, Bob had made a decision that if you're those that were here at that time, remember the economy was really bad, and the truck counts were down, and it was the business was terrible. But Bob had made a decision to, in light of what had happened over at Vero, to open up and start hiring some people. And I was one of them. And I always appreciate Bob for doing that and for what he has meant to me and here, the work here with Melton as long as I have. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it's been a great time, and I do appreciate it again. And I appreciate all my co-workers. And somebody says, well, Paul, you don't look like you're 69 years old. And I says, but I'm a great looking 69.
And I think that's a wrap. So, as we've said, let's move some freight.